My name is Zach Lipton, and I am a worship leader at Christ Our Hope Bible Church. My background is I'm a very musical family, and so we've always enjoyed playing music ever since we were little, and I think I looked up a lot to my older siblings and wanted to play instruments like they did. So piano, guitar, primarily guitar. Most of my worship leading took place in the context of youth group to start with, then a little bit in my church, my actual church service worship team, helping there, and then college I went to Eastern, so I attended Eastern and I went to Campus Crusade for Christ. They have a Wednesday night meeting there, and I ended up helping out with the worship for that, and then from there looked for opportunities to serve here at Christ Our Hope. When I'm putting together a set of songs that we think will help the congregation worship, it has to start by studying the passage that the person preaching is going to be going through. Now, some churches do it differently, so it's not like it's a hard science or something like that, or set in stone. But this is the way we do it, and I think there's some good merit to it, because worship is not just music. That's a big misconception sometimes. That worship is not just music. It is a heart that knows its sin, but more importantly, knows its Savior. And so worship has to come from that, whether it's musical worship or what we would also call worship in the preaching of God's Word. I think the reason I'm a worship leader is because I love to worship Christ, and I love to see Him worshipped honestly and accurately, not sensationally, not emotionally, where that's the only thing driving it, because music is very emotional. You don't need to bring much to music to find emotion. It's there. That's one of the reasons I think it's one of God's greatest gifts to mankind, is that it taps so quickly into our emotions and allows us to express them and commiserate with it, and interact with music in such a unique, beautiful way you don't see in a lot of other things. That said, it can dominate by accident. Emotions can dominate by accident. That horizontal stuff that we were talking about earlier, we're so focused on the horizontal in our daily lives, the trials and difficulties, and even some of the good stuff of life, it takes up all our mind. For an hour and a half on Sunday, if we can go vertical for a second, look at Christ, look to Him, and worship Him in spirit and truth, I think that's why I'm a worship leader, because I love that. And I wish and I strive to try and find that in the daily living aspect, is to take worship. I would love to see my life be more worshipful every day. Not just the hour and a half that we set aside for it, but really every single day.